Oh boy, we got TJ Sandars. We got Cymple Man. We got Misbehavin Caucasians. Let's get it. What's good, old head family? It's your boy, Mr. Michael. So, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Had a couple people get in the chat, tell me, hey, you know Cymple Man and TJ Sandars didn't drop. But I was already on it. You know what I'm saying? Because my man Cymple Man had already hit me up and let me know they got something finna come. So, I was looking for it. Just waiting for my chance to get on it. So, here we are. Today, we got Cymple Man, TJ Sandars, or let me flip that. We got TJ Sandars featuring Cymple Man with Misbehavin Caucasians. You already know how I feel about Cymple Man. You know what I'm saying? I done heard TJ Sandars before, so I already know this finna be fire. We not finna waste no time. Let's get right on into this one. Let's go. Okay, all right. So before we even get into this, Cymple Man, you my dude. You my dude. Now, anybody who watch my channel already know I'm a diehard Detroit Lions fan. So what he do? He come in the new video with the Detroit Lions beam on. He got the Detroit Lions beam on. And then shout out 3 Stacks. He got on the t-shirt with 3 Stacks on it. All right. I see you.
Yeah. Hopping out the F1, bumping 50 ain't okay for the place that I came from. Good old boys don't like my flavor. The pot calling the kettle black, I brought me a ladle. I'm gonna keep on stirring the pot till they really do hate us. Hanging in the trailer park ain't do me no favors. That situation created some misbehaving Caucasians. You lay with trash, you smell like trash, we smoking the fragrance. We in the shed making bangers, baking the O's like a bagel.
Yo, hold on. First of all, I be saying all the time, man, they motherfucking tracks be banging. Y'all forgive me. I got to go back because I caught them few first lines of that. And even the hook, even that little hook is going hard. There's bars in that hook. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yo.
The park ain't do me no favors. That situation created some
I didn't go back far
black. I brought me a yeah. Hopping out the F1, bumping 50 ain't okay for.
He said, hopping out the F-150, hopping out the F1, bumping 50 ain't okay for. But check it out. Check out the play on the bars. Already. Man, this song is finna make me sick already. Hopping out the F1, bumping 50. So you got F-150, the truck, F-150, but bumping 50 ain't okay for. And I think I heard him say the place where I came from. So hopping out the F-150 or hopping out the F1, bumping 50 ain't okay for where I came from. I mean, like, where I come from, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't rock with hip hop like that. You know what I'm saying? So me pulling up, I see the Misbehavin Caucasians already. I'm already playing it in my brain. You know what I'm saying? You know, me being a fan of hip hop, where I come from, they frown on that. Yo, there's bars already. That F1 bumping 50, F-150, that shit go hard. Already. That's just the hook. And the first line of the hook.
The place that I came from, good old boys don't like my flavor. The pot calling the kettle black, I brought me a ladle. I'm gonna keep on stirring the pot till they really do hate us.
The pot calling the kettle black. I brought me a ladle. I'm gonna keep on stirring the pot. Stirring the pot until they really hate us. It's saying, hey, they telling me that, you know what I'm saying? That, hey, I'm coming in here bumping hip hop. They telling me, something wrong with me. And I'm looking around like, shit, something wrong with y'all. Y'all That's the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Because I know y'all don't like me, I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on doing this shit until they really hate us. But it could also be applied to, you know what I'm saying? The fact that I love this hip hop shit, and there's people that saying I shouldn't be doing this hip hop shit. But since I know that motherfuckers is like, say that they saying I shouldn't be in love with the same thing that you in love with, you know what? I'm gonna keep on doing this shit, and I'm gonna do it doper and harder than anybody else until I make y'all really hate us. Like, I'm gonna be so hard, y'all really gonna hate us when I'm done. You know what I'm saying? It could be a whole bunch of things. I could be getting the thought process of what he's saying wrong, but I'm not missing what he's saying. The bars is hard as fuck. Pot calling the kettle black. I brought me a ladle. I'm gonna keep stirring the pot until they really do hate us. Yo, the hook already. We ain't even got into no bars yet.
Hanging in the trailer park ain't do me no favors. That situation created some misbehaving Caucasians. You lay with trash, you smell like trash, we smoking the fragrance. We get in the shed making bangers, baking the O's like a bagel.
Hey, that was a dope bar. That was a dope fucking bar. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna try to make this a whole pause heavy thing. You know what I'm saying? But I can't help it. The bars keep catching me, and I'm going to address them. You know what I'm saying? You lay with trash, you smell like trash. We smoking the fragrance. I'm imagining, because of where he came from and the fact that they didn't, you know, they wasn't really down with what he was down with. It was people saying, you know what I'm saying? That's an old common saying. You know, you lay with trash, you smell like trash. So they telling you, be careful, you know, who you're around, you know, this, that, and the other. But I imagine in my head, it's, you know, where he came from, because he started, you know, being in the trailer park ain't do me no favors. So, you know, the fact that I love hip hop and I'm hanging around, you know, and I came up in the trailer park, so I'm around people that don't fuck with hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So that really didn't really breed an environment where I could really, you know, embrace the shit the way that I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? And I had people around me saying, you know, you lay with trash, you're going to end up being just like them. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? You lay with trash, you smell like trash. Shit, I'm smoking the fragrance. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it all in. I'm inhaling this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, if y'all saying I'm laying with trash, I'm going to smell like trash. Shit, let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this shit. And then he said, making bangers, baking O's like a bagel. Come on, man. Like I said, I may not have their thought processes all the way down because nobody knows what they thinking when they write the bars they writing. But the fact is, they still bars and I'm catching them. Let's go.
The boy from the bird done hop the fence, doing all of the shit that my pops against. Head to the liquor store, cop a fifth. You can get that shit cheaper from across the bridge. Call it in, telling me to set the ball fire off the grid. The bottle here was bottled in, that's the mood that we always in. A circle form full of wannabe rappers. The middle class white boy out rapping. Hat turned backwards, calling me Mac, and they all so acting like I never get trashed. Real MC handlebars like baggers, 2 different chapters, 2 different fabrics. Just a brand new cut, brand new jacket. Hopping out the F1, pumping 50 a bagel.
Yeah. He basically kind of said what I just alluded to. And y'all please forgive my little line that keep popping up on the screen and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? My administrative button or whatever for some reason this morning ain't working, so I got to use my mouse. I got to click on it. But you know what I'm saying? But y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got me. Hey, he said basically the same thing that I said about the hook. He said the boy from the burbs hopped the fence doing all the shit that my pops against. So that goes all the way back to where he was talking about, you know, growing up in the trailer park ain't do me no favors. You hang with trash, you smell like trash. So he's saying the boy from the burbs, you know what I'm saying? I done fucked around and got caught up, you know what I'm saying? I done hopped the fence. I done fell in love with this shit over here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing all the shit that everybody where I'm from, my pops is telling me, you know what I'm saying? You know, don't fuck with that shit. I'm doing all the shit that my pops is against. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that was a tight ass bar, but I had to go back because I want to make sure I didn't miss none of them. I want to make sure I didn't miss none of them because he said a lot.
fence, doing all of the shit that my pops against. Head to the liquor store, cop a fifth. You can get that shit cheaper from across the bridge. Call it in, telling me to set the ball fire off the grid. The bottle here was bottled in, that's the mood that we always in.
Yo, that was a dope ass line. I'm not gonna break that one down, but peep the bar. The bottle healed what was bottled in. Yo, that's a bar. That's a bar.
A circle form full of wannabe rappers. The middle class white boy out rap them. Hat turned backwards, calling me Mac, and they also acting like I never get traction. Real MC.
Hey, he said, I'm in a circle full of wannabe rappers. And check it out. But he said, I hopped the fence. I'm doing all the shit that my pop's against. I tell everybody, we go get the liquor, you know what I'm saying? And tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? Let's roll up. We sitting out, circle full of, wannabe rappers. You know what I'm saying? And the white boy out rapping them. That's a story we didn't heard. That's a story we didn't heard before. The white boy is out rapping them. You know what I'm saying? Got my hat turned backwards. You know what I'm saying? And they acting like, yeah, he dope, but, hey, he ain't gonna never be able to do shit. That's a white boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, TJ didn't come to play. TJ didn't come to play. Hold on, can I just address this too? Not only is he rocking the Lions gear with the 3 stacks, but I want to talk about, I'm looking at the background, the setting of where they at in the video. So just a little snippet about me too. I ain't gonna give my age, so I ain't gonna tell how long ago, but I see the tractors, you know what I'm saying, with the ag hauler trailers on there, and I used to actually haul ag. I spent about 10 years doing what they got in the background. So all this is nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? You got the Lions hat, you got the 3 stacks t-shirt, you got the ag haulers in the back. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope. Them dump trailers, man. Kind of makes me miss them days. Shit. All right, let's go.
Backwards, calling me Mac, and they also acting like I never get traction. Real MC handlebars like baggers. 2 different chapters, 2 different fabrics. Just a brand new cut, brand new jacket.
Yo, he said real MCs handle bars like baggers. Yo, handlebar. Okay, all right. The real MCs handle bars like baggers, and I believe he said, I want to say two different chapters, 2 different fabrics. Yeah, 2 different fabrics. But then he goes brand new cut, brand new jacket. Going back to the 2 different fabrics. Brand new cut, brand new jacket. Yo, he's spitting bars. He's spitting bars. He's spitting bars already.
Hopping out the F1, bumping 50 ain't okay for the place that I came from. Place that I came from. I'm gonna keep up.
The scratch. Damn, the scratch. Can I just talk about these beats? They motherfucking beats be banging, man. I say it all the time. Every time I listen, they never fail me with the tracks. It is so simple, man. It is so simple, but it goes so hard. Man, when I be listening to some of these tracks, you know what I'm saying? I go through and I preview them and I do what I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? To run y'all video, run y'all content. But a lot of times I go back and I play these songs in my car after I'm done, reviewing them. Bruh, can I tell you how hard, if y'all ain't never played none of Cymple Man or none of Trailer Made, tracks in y'all car, let me encourage you to do that. These motherfucking beats ain't no joke.
Stirring the pot so they really do hate us. Good old boys don't like my flavor. Like my flavor. Hanging in the trailer park ain't do me no favors. Do me no favors. Really do hate us. Situation creating some misbehaving Caucasians.
I already know this dude finna get nasty. That's my dog.
Misbehavin' Caucasians, misbehavin' Caucasians.
Man, fuck all y'all little bullshit ass requirements. Co-signing that lame shit if you silent. Stop all that racist slick profiling because we like these beats support your violence. Man, the boys must think that they some gangsters. I don't see how anybody could play that shitty wig up music. They some fakers. Hang it up and do us all a favor. Nah, I'ma represent for the demographic hip hop spoke to and wasn't supposed to. Single wise with the studio Pro Tools. Egg cartons for the reverb and the folk smooth. Some white boys cooking beats, no produce. Folks, you better light it up or I'ma smoke you. We more Starlito than Starbucks, but the old school still tan like a cold brew.
No.
Hopping out the F1, bumping 50.
Hold on. Fuck. Yo, Cymple talking his shit. Hey, Cymple Man was talking his shit. He said, I don't give a fuck how y'all feel. Hey, we supposed to be here. And we ain't going nowhere. Like it or love it. I gotta go back to these bars. He was talking his shit. And the cadence though, the flow. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm surprised, but every time I hear him, it seems like I don't know if like he be sitting around like trying to like really like stretch himself or push himself, but it seemed like every time I hear him, he did something different with his cadence. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's always challenging himself to say, okay, can I take this to another level? That motherfucking cadence was spitting. All right, let's go.
Creating some misbehaving Caucasians. Misbehaving Caucasians.
Man, fuck all y'all little bullshit ass requirements. Co-signing that lame shit if you silent. Stop all that racist slick profiling because we like these beats of ultraviolet.
He said, fuck all y'all bullshit ass requirements. Fuck what, hey, and it goes back to what TJ was talking about, you know what I'm saying? About how, you know, the white boys, you know what I'm saying, was out rapping them and everybody's saying, okay, but they ain't gonna catch no traction. And he coming back in with kind of that same conversation. Fuck all y'all bullshit ass requirements. And he could be talking about fans of hip hop because that's something I just heard a fan not too long ago talking about that. It was about Eminem or something like that. But they were saying, you know, this our culture, you know, but I'm like, but he basically saying, you know what I'm saying? All these people that saying we shouldn't be here. We got to be able to do this or we got to do that. He like, fuck all y'all bullshit ass requirements. You know what I'm saying? You co-signing that lame shit. If you silent, you know, it's a lot of bullshit ass music. But then he could be flipping it around, like even to himself. Like everybody's saying they shouldn't be here. And if he was to quit, he kind of be co-signing what they saying. You know what I'm saying? If he was to stop doing what he loved just because people are saying he shouldn't be doing it, then essentially he's kind of co-signing and he's starting to believe what they saying. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a flip on the, you know, others saying they shouldn't be here, but it could also be kind of like a mental note to himself. I can't be quiet because I'm not going to I can't let them be right. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a smooth ass double. But then he said, stop the racist profiling. So that go back to what I was saying about people saying because they white, they shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be doing this. But he said, we light these beats up ultraviolet. Catch the bar, the light, the ultraviolet. We light these beats up means we kill these motherfucking hard ass beats. You know what I'm saying? We kill these motherfucking hard ass beats. But the double, the light, the ultraviolet light, bruh. All right, let's go.
Man, the boys must think that they some gangsters. I don't see how anybody could play that shitty wig up music. They some fakers. Hang it up and do us all a favor.
Okay, all right. So then he said, man, them boys must think they some gangsters. I don't see how anybody could play their shitty wigger music. They some fakers. You know what I'm saying? He just said, TJ was talking about how they hopped the fence, you know what I'm saying, doing all the shit that his pop was against, which means they was hanging out, you know what I'm saying, in different circles, different crowds and this, that, and the other. You know, you look at them, they go hard. So because of the fact that they rapping, you know, because that's commonly associated with hip hop, you know, the hip hop is thugs, this, that, and the other. And I'm sure because, you know, they were doing stuff that they, you know, people around them wasn't cool with, you know what I'm saying? They was associated as the bad kids, you know, so they must think they some gangsters. You know, that's a term that we're not going to elaborate on that because we hear that all the time too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see how anybody could play their shitty wigger music. They some fakers. We still talking about the stigma around the culture of hip hop. Now, I will agree that hip hop started in the urban community. You know, I've always said, me being a hip hop guy, Hip hop is in my blood. I was a hip hop artist. I still write hip hop music to this day. I don't perform anymore, but I still write because once you love hip hop, it ain't never gone. It's in your blood. You know what I'm saying? But me being like diehard hip hop to my core, you got to understand that once it's in you, it's in you. You know what I'm saying? But I've always said to everybody that talks about that is that even though I agree that hip hop was originated in the culture, we should actually be celebrating the fact that hip hop has expanded beyond the urban culture. That means that it's glorified even more. Like it's loved. The thing that we love is loved by more than just, do you really want it to be? Do you really want it to be? Like we hear all the people talking about that's our music. But do you really want it to be? Do you really want it to be thought of as they thing? Something they do? Because when you fall into stereotypes like that, or you fall into stigmas like that, then again, you fall into an area where people are, number one, I want everybody to love what we do. I want everybody to love what we do. And I've said it 1,000,000 times. Listen, hip hop is a beautiful thing. And it should be celebrated by everybody. And I believe that everybody, now there are a lot of people that are pretenders. There are a lot of people that get in here and they do it because they see an opportunity to jump on a bandwagon or to jump on a train. But when I see people like Cymple Man, TJ Sandars, some of the other people, you know what I'm saying, Trailer Made specifically, because everybody that I've heard there actually really they really love this shit. They really love this shit. And they you know what I'm saying, like he wearing a 3 Stacks t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? They really embrace the culture of it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just some shit they playing with. So I celebrate them. Anybody that loves what I love. Make sense? Anybody that loves what I love. You know what I mean? So we got to get over all that this our shit. Yeah, nah. Anybody that loves it deserves to actually be a part of it. But they call them fakers. And I can tell you just from the dives that I've done on them and listen to the music and the words and the context, because sometimes people hear what you say and never really hear what you mean. You see what I'm saying? People hear what you say and never hear what you mean. And if you're actually one of those ones that can break down what they're saying and actually hear the meaning behind what they're saying, bro, they got nothing but love for the hip hop culture. Nothing but love for the hip hop culture. Nothing but love for the hip hop culture. They're not fakers. This is what they believe. This is what they love. This is what they love. I mean, like, I'm not in their pocket. So I don't know what their bank account look like. But the fact that they underground, the fact that, they make their videos independently, their music independently, the fact that they do stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? They're not out here mainstreaming. They're not out here making millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, I'm sure. They're not out here getting their pockets padded. You know what I'm saying? They doing this because they love doing it. Sure, they're making money. Sure, they get some income. But it's not the kind of income that would say, oh, we just here to get a check. You feel what I'm saying? It's not the kind of income that's saying we just here because it gets us paid. They do this shit because they love doing this shit. There's nothing fake about what they got going on here. I love this shit. Sorry. Because I can go. I can go on my little rant. So let's go.
Nah, I'ma represent for the demographic hip hop spoke to and what's supposed to. Single wise with the studio pro tools, egg cartons for the reverb and the folk smooth.
Hey, he said, I'ma represent for the demographic hip hop spoke to and wasn't supposed to. That goes back to what I was just talking about. We should celebrate the fact that what we did, that hip hop's culture, spoke way outside of the limits that we ever thought it was going to. I mean, come on, if we being real, in the beginning, we never thought hip hop was going to be this global phenomenon that it is. Hip hop is the most dominant genre of music, if you want to put it, in the world right now. There is not a genre of music that does not include hip hop in it anymore. And I don't care what that is. I done heard hip hop and blues, hip hop and country, hip hop and rock and roll, hip hop and R&B, hip hop and jazz. There is not a demographic, or there is not a genre of music that does not include hip hop these days that we're living in. So we should celebrate the fact that the thing that we created, like Pinky and the Brain, took over the world. It took over the world. And he's saying, I'm going to represent for the demographic that hip hop wasn't supposed to speak to. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever thought that, you know what I'm saying, that the slums of New York would translate to the trailer park. I'm going to speak for that demographic. And I'm going to talk about how much we love this thing. Yo, that was a dope ass bar. I'm trying not to go on these rants, man. This song is actually deeper. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's light. So I don't want to turn it into nothing too serious. But this song is actually deeper than people are going to give it credit for. Single wide with the Studio Pro Tools. Everybody that love hip hop remember them days. Single wide with the Studio Pro Tools. I mean, we was making this shit out of our house, out of our trailer. You know what I'm saying? Egg carton for the reverb in the vocal booth. I remember them days too. Setting up in an empty bedroom in a 2-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? That had a closet. You know what I'm saying? With the fan fold doors. We'd close the fan fold doors and go to the store and buy egg cartons, or buy egg. We get the egg cartons and you put them up on the wall to insulate the sound and be recording in the closet. You know what I'm saying? I even went a little step further because I had the egg carton on the wall behind, on the main wall of the closet, and on the sides I had clothes that were hanging up, and I left those clothes in there to dampen the sound even more. So I had my egg cartons, and I still had clothes on either side of the microphone, one in front of it, one behind me, and we would record like that, bruh. Everything he's saying. Let's go. We almost done with it. I'm sorry. This shit got me thinking.
White boys cooking beats, no produce. Folks, you better light it up or I'ma smoke you. We more Starlito than Starbucks, but the old school still tan like a cold brew.
Hey, he said white boys cooking beats, no produce. That's fire. That's fire. Y'all got it right. He got cooking beats. You know what I'm saying? These beats hot. We got them on fire. We done lit them up. We cooking these beats in this egg carton padded vocal booth. We cooking these beats. But get the play on the word. Cooking beats. No produce. Beats, the beats you eat, good for your heart. Beats, cooking beats, no produce. Bars. They don't just be playing with this shit, man. They don't just be playing with this shit. They got bars. He said, folks knew you better light it up or I'ma smoke you. So it's another double. Light it up, smoke. You know what I'm saying? Light, smoke. But he's saying, when we in this egg carton padded room in the trailer, and we got this beat hitting in here, when you get in this booth, you better spit, or I'm gonna come in this motherfucker and I'm gonna show you out. You know what I'm saying? When you come in here, you better light it up, or I'm gonna smoke you. Yo, the bars. More Starlito than Starbucks. Come on, man. So I want to give you let me give you because I caught that last shit too. But old school still like a tan, like a cold brew. So You know, there's a play in there that's dope. And I don't know, I'm gonna imagine that he's a historian, that he understands hip hop or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Starlito and Young Buck. The reason why he says Starlito than Starbucks, because back in the day, Starlito and Young Buck did a mixtape called Starbucks. So he said, we more Starlito than Starbucks. So I don't know if that's a play on the old mixtape, Starlito and Young Buck with the mixtape Starbucks. I don't know if that's in there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't imagine that he doesn't know about that mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows hip hop. So, but then throws in the tan, then cold brew, like a cold brew, because that's just a continuation, a play on the Starbucks line. You know what I'm saying? Because tan is like when you take coffee. Yo, I just thought about that too. That's dope. That's a triple. That's a triple. You got the Starlito, Young Buck, Starbucks, right? You got the Starbucks cold brew, right? Because Starbucks cold brew is the process of taking, you know, you got hot coffee, you know what I'm saying? Poured over ice, and then you pour in some cream, and you get what that process is called a cold brew, but mixing in the cream gives you the tan complexion of the coffee. You know what I'm saying? Which is why it's called tan. You know what I'm saying? Tan like cold brew. You feel what I'm saying? But the triple play on that is dope because you got the coffee and you mixing in the cream to make the cold brew. So you got what they talking about all the way back to the beginning of the song, how you got these white boys that done mixed themselves in to a culture that didn't belong to them at first, but they fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying? And so he's saying you got the white boys mixed with the black coffee, makes this tan cold brew. And because it's cold brew and it's poured over ice, he's saying you got these white boys that done mixed in with this black coffee. You feel what I'm saying? And we cold as fuck. We cold as fuck. Yo. I don't know if I broke that down so that y'all would understand it, but my mind is doing flips on just that line right there. Just that line right there. That was hard as fuck. I know Cymple Man gonna get with me and tell me if I fucked this whole reaction up. You know what I'm saying? Or if, you know, I got even close to what they was thinking, but the bars made me think about shit. So, hold on. Hey, let's go.
Hopping out the F1, bumping 50 ain't okay for the place that I came from. Place that I came from. I'm gonna keep on stirring the pot till they really do hate us. Good old boys don't like my flavor. Like my flavor. Hanging in the trailer park ain't do me no favors. Do me no favors. Really do hate us. Situation creating some misbehaving Caucasians. Behaving Caucasians. Misbehaving Caucasians.
Fuck y'all. Hey, yo. I fucks with Trailer Made. I fucks with Trailer Made. I done said it many times before. I ain't riding or nothing like that, but Cymple Man is my nigga. There's something different. There's something different. You know what I'm saying about him. There's certain shit. And TJ, I done heard you before, but I even love the way that your energy was and the way that you came with your flow pattern and stuff like that on that one. That was gully. It was fun, but it was gully. And you could tell that even though it was a fun and lighthearted song, like the words and like they meant that shit. Like they meant that shit. Like there's some, they meant that shit. Misbehaving Caucasians. We ain't playing by the rules. We misbehave. We ain't playing by the rules. I love this shit, man. I really do. I love this shit. And I know I chopped the fuck out of this song. I couldn't help it. The pause button was calling me. but if y'all, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to hear the full song, you know what I'm saying, that's not what you here for anyway. You know what I'm saying? You here to see whether or not I love the song or whether or not I didn't love the song. You want to listen to the original song, you make sure you go support the artist. I'm going to put the link in the description. You make sure you go over there. Support TJ, support Cymple Man, support Trailer Made. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow them. Make sure you commenting. Make sure you liking and subscribing to them. You know what I'm saying? They underground. Like I said, they not out here getting these mainstream tickets. So, you know, these underground artists, and I say that about more than just them, any underground artist that you hear and you love, make sure you're supporting them with more than just your bob in your head. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit, you know what I mean, believe it or not, this shit costs money. They want to keep giving y'all shit, but hey, my bad. And you see, I'm kind of like a little kid right now. I'm kind of goofy. I'm going to go back and listen to this shit. I'm going to go put it in my car. I like this shit. Anytime they come out with something new, I'm going to be on it. If y'all like this video, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please, I'd love to have you come on over here and be part of the family. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you'll be alerted to every time we drop something. And, you know, if you here, make sure you share. Make sure you share it with somebody. Let them know. Old Heads Media, we here. All right, y'all. To the next one. Love y'all. Cymple Man, y'all did y'all thing. Peace out.